In recent years, Apple has become the first tech giant to reach a $1 trillion market valuation in the United States. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, has established himself as a private individual ever since he took over the helm of the global technology giant in 2011. Tim Cook was named one of Time's 100 most influential people for 2022. In spite of the fact that he is more interested in discussing Apple than his own life, we are able to glean some ideas about his daily routine from the information he provides. What is the story behind Apple's current CEO? You might be interested in this video if you wanted to learn more about Tim Cook, the Apple CEO. In today's video, we have come up with information about Tim Cook's daily routine and actions that make him one of the most extraordinary men. We will go through the daily life routine of Apple CEO Tim Cook, and we'll try to talk about what a typical day in the life of Apple's CEO looks like. Apple's CEO, Tim Cook, has a very busy schedule. To see how hectic his schedule is, look at his daily schedule. Tim Cook gets up at an ungodly hour, specifically 3:45 in the morning, according to USA Today. As soon as he opens his eyes, he immediately gets to work reading through some of the 700 to 800 emails that he receives on a daily basis. ABC had previously informed him that he read the majority of those messages and that he is a bit of a workaholic. For the first hour, he goes through user comments and stuff like that and focuses on the people that are so important to the company. After that, around 5 o'clock in the morning, Cook goes to the gym. Tim does not work out at the gym at Apple Park, although it is well equipped. It is important to Tim Cook that he exercises in a private gym, away from reporters and those who work there. He believes fitness and well-being are important to him. In a recent photo, Cook showed off his Apple Watch after a run, showing how he pushes himself to the limit when he works out. Cook isn't known for talking much about his interests outside of work, but it's been reported that he takes his workout very seriously. Although it's not known whether Cook eats breakfast every day, it seems likely. The New York Times reported in 2017 that Andrew Ross Sorkin's favorite breakfast consists of 2 scrambled egg whites, crisp bacon, and sugar-free cereal with unsweetened almond milk. He also ate bacon, but preferred turkey bacon, apparently. He works out for 30 to 45 minutes a day. When he finishes his workout, he takes a shower, gets dressed, grabs a cup of coffee at Starbucks near his house, and then drives to Apple Park between 8 and 9 in the morning. Most of his day is spent working at Apple Park in his office. The company's chief executive officer is a role model for his employees by arriving at work early in the morning and staying late at night after everyone else has left. In his role as CEO of the world's largest technology company, Tim Cook is responsible for managing all aspects of Apple's international business. This is just one of the many responsibilities Cook has throughout the day. In contrast to Steve Jobs, Cook is the opposite of a fiery temper. Even though his management style isn't as interesting or unpredictable as that of his predecessor, his employees like how straightforward he is in business. It seems like he will work non-stop whenever there is a significant project that needs to be completed at the company. Without notice, he is known for sending emails to employees in the middle of the night or calling meetings at the drop of a hat. He is a big proponent of questioning his workers to determine whether or not they possess the mental toughness and intelligence he seeks in his workforce. It was Adam Lashinsky's profile of Tim Cook in Fortune in 2008 that recounted one of Cook's early days at Apple. This is perhaps the most well-known example of Cook's demanding leadership style. During one team meeting, Cook brought up a certain issue that was happening in Asia. He noted to the group that it seemed like someone in China should be doing this. A key operations executive, Sabi Khan, was questioned about why he was still here by Cook after 30 minutes of that meeting in a brisk tone without showing any emotion. Khan reportedly stood up immediately, drove to San Francisco International Airport, and booked a flight to China without changing clothes, according to people familiar with the episode. Even today, Khan remains one of Cook's top lieutenants. He was described as a demanding and detail-oriented leader by several Apple managers, according to another profile written by the Wall Street Journal. Middle managers routinely screened their staff before meetings with Cook to ensure they were knowledgeable. This was done not only to protect their team, but also to avoid wasting Cook's time. Steve Doyle, a member of Cook's operations team, said in an interview with Fortune that if you answered the questions correctly, Cook would ask you 10 more questions. If you do this for a whole year, he's going to start grilling you with 9 questions. Cook explained his emotionless approach to leadership in an interview with Time. He will start with 20 questions if you get even one right. I've always believed that part of leadership is conveying a sense of urgency when dealing with critical issues, he says. I'm not one to get emotional about leadership. Apple moves at breakneck speed, and big problems almost never go away by themselves. Despite the fact that he is a tough boss, he treats everyone equally. In fact, he frequently shares lunch with his employees at Apple Park's food court. If he is fortunate to have some spare time during the week or on the weekend, he likes to go biking and hiking to unwind and get some exercise. Even though he has a considerable amount of personal wealth, he lives a frugal life. As opposed to other Silicon Valley tech CEOs, he doesn't waste money by buying his underwear at Nordstrom's on sale. In addition to being at work early, Cook has previously said he's also one of the last ones to leave the office, too. Fortune reports that Cook prefers to keep his private life hidden when it comes to what he does outside the office. Outside of work, Cook is known as an extremely private individual. If you use Google Street View to look at his house, you'll notice that the image is distorted and unclear. In his free time, he enjoys spending time outdoors, usually hiking and riding his bicycle. Although the specifics of his evening routine are not widely known, it is widely known that he enjoys relaxing in the evenings. Apparently, Cook sleeps 7 hours a night, which means he must go to bed by 8:45 p.m. to get enough sleep before waking up early. That was all for today's video about a day in the life of Tim Cook, and we had explained everything we knew about his daily routine. Apple's extraordinary success is largely attributed to Tim Cook's expertise. Cook is a private individual whose achievements and philanthropy are focused on Apple's mission to leave the planet better than it found it. As a result of Cook's stance on privacy, security, and user safety, the government has frequently agitated over these issues, consistent with Apple's philosophy. I hope today's video was up to your expectations. Soon we shall see you in our next video with another interesting topic. Until then, take care of yourself and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Goodbye.